So, okay, got it. So guys, hello, say hello to YouTube. My name is Sarah. I'm a host here today. I'm replacing Gustavo because he couldn't be here, but we're gonna have some questions to discuss about volunteer work, okay? So I believe Bruna posted the questions. Can everyone see the questions? Okay. Question number 1. I'm gonna start by reading the question, I'm gonna answer, and then I choose someone to answer the question after me, and you can do the same thing, okay? So as I said, my name is Sarah. I live in Bahia. I'm 26. I love to learn new languages. I studied administration, and now I'm here with you today as a hostess. I hope you enjoy today's meeting. How about you, Pedro?
Hi guys, good evening. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
Loud and clear.
My phone works, sometimes isn't works. This is a problem. So good evening everyone. My name is Pedro. I'm 27 years old. I live in São Paulo. I work in a hospital, but I'm not a nurse or a doctor. I work in a administration part. And that's it. Let's talk tonight. I would just pick someone, or
you can choose someone to introduce.
Yeah, okay. In my in my timeline here, the next is Juliana. My timeline.
Hello everyone, good evening. So I'm Juliana, I am 23 years old, I'm living in Rio Grande do Sul, and I'm doing a degree in English language, but I'm here to learn more English and improve my speaking skills. And I think I've talked with Sarah in breakout rooms. Nice to see you here as a host. And I will choose João Marcos.
Hi, my name is João Marcos. I live in Serra, Espírito Santo. I am 28 years old. Right now, I'm studying psychology, but I'll move to marketing. I'll migrate from my field of work. Right now, I'm working as a UX and UI designer, and I want to study more about cognitive psychology applied on digital interfaces or marketing. So that is my goal. I will go to Canada in 2023. So I have almost 1.5 years to improve my English and French.
I'm learning French. You can have French classes here too, if you want.
But yes, but I'm not in this level of speaking.
Yeah.
I just know how to say "je mange la pomme" or something.
Yeah, me neither, but I'm both, so I'm doing the classes. Thank you, João. And you, Bruno, go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. So my name is Bruno. I'm from Santos. I'm 32 years old. I'm married. I've been using this platform for a long time, and for me, it's a pleasure, And yeah, I think that's all. Let's beginning.
Okay, so first question: have you ever done any volunteer work? For me, I'd have. I've done actually. I live in Ilhéus, like I said, and here we had some problems with the rain. I believe you heard about it in December. So we had people lost their houses or in their business. So we had to help people with donations and things like that. And I was able to help to separate the donations. Like we had this places to receive the donations, to separate which was good and which wasn't. So it was good to be there to help, because I couldn't help financially, but I could give my time, my attention, and somehow to give my resources, like some clothes I could donate and things like that. And I think it's a great experience. You learn so much and you feel good about the action you're taking. You don't just see it, someone needing your help, but you actually do something to help them. How about you, Pedro?
Yeah, I had last year, or I don't know, how can I say ano retrasado? I don't know. We have this word in English.
Maybe the year before, the last year, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Ano retrasado. Ano retrasado, I worked. Me and my friends, we joined it, and we were receiving some books, old books or new books, and I think doando is donation. I don't know.
Donating.
Donating.
Giving. Yeah.
Thank you. And given to schools near of our houses. This schools is in our neighborhood, right? And so we need to check some books and look if there were problems or not. If well, a lot of things to check and write which books we have or not, and that's it. And I got a degree in social service, right? And I worked in a shelter. Yeah, and in Brazil we can say centro de acolhida, right? But I think in English is shelter, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, and in a shelter, and it was in 2018, and I worked there in a Christmas period, right? And I think some people, not all people, but some people have an idea that work volunteer is just donate things, and it doesn't, right? Sometimes just your presença, how can I say?
Your presence.
Presence,
Yeah.
thank you. Sometimes just your presence to talk with others, right? Just is a great move, because some people need to talk their problems, and they need to care, they need to listen, right? I guess.
I agree.
I need to pick up.
Yeah, you can do it.
So, following my timeline, go on, Juliana.
Nice. So last year I created a volunteer project to teach English to children for free. And I did this for 2 months, I think, but I can do it more because I have work. And it was very good. And of course, I am not in a high level at English, so I just teach the basics, the colors, the numbers, but was very good. And I saw that they were improving and they were liking the class, and this, I think, education and knowledge should be more available and for free. So I try to do this to make some changes, but sometimes I think in continue to this or do another project at this area of education and knowledge. And I will choose Bruno.
So, Juliana, you make me remember about my own history, because when I started to learn English, I started learning English by a social project, and I had a teacher that gave me all the support, and if I know something that is not so much, but I know something, it's because of her, because she spent a time with us, me and other classmate. Oh my God, I forgot the name. Me and other students. Yeah. And somehow it changed my life, because I could be in other place, I could be doing another thing, but I was studying English, so for me it is important, and I have the desire to help other people learn another language if I have enough knowledge to do it, as you have. So it's really good, your attitude, My advice for you is keep going, that's really good. And about me, I don't remember a specific case that I make some volunteer work, but I always try to help indirectly, when I have the opportunity. I think it's important to help our brothers and sisters, around the world. It's good for them and somehow for us as well, That's it. And what about you, Mr. João? What do you think?
Hello. So I was thinking while you guys were talking if I had done some volunteer work. Yes, but at that time I didn't know it was volunteer work. It was just me practicing or studying or gaining knowledge by sharing. And yes, at the time I was doing cover for books for free for my friends and people that I knew on the internet. And during my graduation, I have the opportunity to know in an organization called ISEC, which helps students across the world to have an exchange for free in exchange for volunteer work. So it is basically to travel the world to work for charity or social organizations. I didn't have this experience, but for a period of time, I was working with them to have this opportunity, but I just thought that it wasn't for me after a few months. So we help people to have this opportunity to have an exchange abroad and learning a new language and having other experiences in how can I say in troca?
Sorry?
How can I say in troca? In exchange. Okay. It's because it's be confusing. Have an exchange to exchange. Yeah. Have an exchange to exchange your work to have this experience. and I thought it's a good organization, but I didn't have too much time there. And right now I'm doing an internship in my faculty, since I'm finishing my graduation of psychology. I need to attend people in the I don't know how to say it, clinic, maybe clinic, psychotherapy clinic. So right now I'm doing this mandatory internship, and I'm attending two kids with social and cognitive problems at school. So I'll help them to better understand what they're passing with behavior, and that's it. I don't consider this a volunteer work because it's mandatory. So, but I'm not receiving anything for it, only the experience.
Yeah, I got your point. Like it might not be an official volunteer work, like you mentioned the project with languages, but it's something you can count. I would count as a volunteer, not the college one, but the other one, because you are giving your time, your knowledge to share with other people. So I'd say it's a volunteer work. It was a volunteer work.
Yes, yes.
Bruno, can you read the next question, please?
For sure. Let me see. Have you ever benefited by someone's volunteer work? So in my case, yes, as I said, I was part of a social project that teach kids English, you know, and as I said, it changed my life, you know, and I am so grateful for it, you know, always. And until now, we have contact with the people there, you know, my classmates, and it's amazing, you know. And what about you, Juliana?
Yeah, I have. In my high school, there was a therapist there for free for volunteer work, and I was one of her patients. So I talked with her. It was in 2015, 2013. I don't know exactly, but was a kind of volunteer work and was very good for me at the time. And you, Pedro?
Yeah, I received English too when I was in I don't know, seventh grade. I don't know, such my study, seventh grade, right, guys?
Yeah, seventh.
Yeah.
That's just then.
Okay. At the weekends, I studied in a public school, and the teachers' English, sometimes we didn't have, or sometimes the teachers being 2 or 3 months and go away, right? And at the weekends, a couple, I remember, were a couple, and they were volunteers, and they taught basic English for us, and it's important. I remember that time that I had the first impression, my first connection with the language, and we at the same time we have two Italian teacher, but I think in just English class. And on the other hand, I had two a teacher by school soccers, right, at the weekends too. And Saturday morning, I woke up and get my boots, I guess, and go away to, I don't know, I saw in somewhere quadra. We have quadra in Portuguese, right? But in English, we have a word. I saw, guys, in
Square,
Right.
I think. Square, right?
Square. No,
I
it's
think.
it's similar. I saw one Netflix series. The character, oh, let's play to the
I think
the
it's
word.
sport, but I'm gonna check it. I saw
Yeah,
on
maybe
Duolingo, but I'm not sure.
yeah, and that's it.
I'm gonna
They
confirm
are
it.
okay. They are. I remember these teachings, right? Soccer in English. So go on, Sarah. And you.
I was thinking about a project that one of the colleges here had that was to provide free exams to women on Women's Day. And we had these professionals, like different professionals to help us. And we could do exams to have makeup, to get our hair done and things like that. So I think it's really interesting because you help the community. As a student, you should give back to people around you what you to enjoy what you've learned. You shouldn't keep it just for yourself. So I think it was really important to help the women, myself included, and to use your knowledge in order to be there for other people, to provide support and things like that. And you, João?
Yes, I'm not sure if it is labeled as volunteer work, but when I was at the church as a kid, I have the experience of from people working and have these experiences when we talk about um fest fests feasts. I don't know how to say um festas sociais and sickness.
Festa?
Yes.
Party?
That in English, how can I say it? It's not a party or something. It's like festividade, uma coisa religiosa, cerimoniosa.
I think it's festivities.
Festivities
Ceremonies.
such as yes. So
Ceremonies.
yeah, when I was more present at church, we as a community we had this experience. I think every church has is volunteer work. Is part of the community. Yes. So I guess only that kind of volunteer work. Not everyone there was receiving anything for its job, but we as a community we built that festivity, and that's it. And that's the only experience I think I had.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I agree with you. You shared nice experiences about language learning, and for me, it's really important to have this person who make, like Pedro said, the first connection, to help you make the first connection with the language. We don't forget this person because she or he is really important for our process, our journey, right? So Juliana, can you read the next question, please, and answer it?
Yeah. Would you like to work as a volunteer? Tell us about it. So, as I've said, I just worked for 2 months, but I really like it because I believe that if we have the opportunity to help others, we need to do it because it's important that, like, as a society and human being helping each others. And if we have this opportunity, if we have this time to spend with, and if we have the acknowledgement or these efforts, this necessary efforts to do it, I think we should do it. And it's very good to see that small things can have a big effect in the others. So I think it's important as a society, as a person, and I would like to do this more, like help on NG or a other project. And you, Pedro?
Yeah, I agree. And I was thinking about natural disasters, like we had in Rio de Janeiro, about rains, right? The heavy rains, and Petrópolis, I guess, Petrópolis, right?
Yeah.
And 2 weeks ago we have another, but not Petrópolis, another city, and I think in war situations, maybe like Ukraine or other countries, and a decade ago, like um, Iraq, Afghanistan, we had to, and I think these problems needs to volunteer workers. I think they are important to these situations. And you, John?
I'll think. I'll need some time to think about it.
Okay, I can answer, and I will give some time to think. Okay, let me
Okay.
see. I'd like to do it because the feeling's really rewarding, and because I totally agree with Juliana, because we have the chance to help. Sometimes we don't need to know, to have a degree on anything, to have a lot of knowledge, but you just need to have this will to help, to be there for the other people, and I don't know, there are physical work you can do. You can help to cook, to clean, to organize something like I did. So I think it's a great way to connect with the other people and to achieve your your role as someone, as a human being who is responsible for others. I don't think it's only a responsibility for politics, for people in power like mayors and people like that, but all of us can help, so I would say I'd like to be a volunteer for a longer time.
Sorry, I need to better understand which question are we answering.
Okay, question number 3. Would you like to work as a volunteer?
Okay.
Mhm.
So yes. I think when I have the opportunity, because right now I'm working as a paid professional, and besides that, I'm doing the internship from my graduation. But so I do not have time to work as a volunteer. But I think when I'll I I I- I'll be in Canada, it would be a great opportunity to have this experience, to work as a volunteer there, to know people from different culture, to have the experience living outside your country. This is one of the best opportunities that I think I can, besides of course being paid for work.
And you, Bruno, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I have this desire in my heart because I received help when I needed, related with this social project. So I want to transmit this good energy that I receive, So I think any for me, we all need to help each other, It's important because I think it's important for the future, for our children's, for ourselves, and we are strong when we are together helping each other. It's important for life, I think. And if we want to change some situation or anything else, you know, we need to work together and help each other, for sure. And in my case, I would like to share my experience with languages when I get the fluency in English one day, you know. Yeah.
But as Juliana said, you don't need to be fluent to help. Like we can always teach something and you can always learn. So maybe you can start sooner than you think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me see. Pedro, can you read the next question, please? Question number 4. Oh, but go ahead. No worries.
Yeah, I think and answer the other thing. Sorry, guys. Just a short answer. Answer the third question. I like when I work at some time ago working a bookstore, right, or library, public library. I guess I like it, and I could knew something some new peoples, right? And so let's go. Number 4, what situations need volunteer workers? So go on, Bruno. You finish, you started now.
Yeah. So I think we need volunteers when we have a lack of something, you know. For example, we just an example, when someone needs food, for example, we can help, you know, we can gather food and make a huge donate, or maybe it's something that is related with that, how can I say, cargos, you know, or maybe services. It's depend of the situation, you know. For example, in your case, you helped in the past with your service, you know, so it depends. But for me, this is the situation that we need a volunteer, you know, when we have a lack of something. Yeah. And what about you, Juliana?
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a really, really good answer because sometimes we've seen a lack of basic necessities like food or water, a healthcare system. So I think we need a volunteer worker when we've seen these situations happening, and especially here in Brazil, because we have unfortunately we have a lack of a lot of things like education, schools, and this type of things, and food or basic necessities. So, and also I agree with this, what you said before, that we are strong when we are together. So everyone can need a help someday. So if you have the chance to help someone or some animal or some project or something, I think you should do. And even if you want to see, even if you aren't even if you are not seeing this lack in front of you, but if you search, you will find something that you could help. And usual.
I agree with all of you. I would say that when we find that opportunity that is lacking for people, it usually is where the state doesn't achieve its goal. Um, it's not present. So if the state is not present, we should be the ones who is working to fill that blank. And I think whenever you have the opportunity and you are in a position to do it, you should do it. I know a lot of people who are privileged who have opportunities in education and good salaries and work, and they have the time in their busy schedule to work for free. Advocates, psychologists, people who work in my field who give mentorship for free, and all of this it benefits society and them as well because you exchanging knowledge, you bond, you creating bond with people, and that is the value itself. You don't need money for that because the
Yeah.
value is not only on the financial side. You have this experience and you receiving it as well, even though you may not see it at first. But as a society, we all benefit from volunteer work.
Yeah, I agree with you. You all had good points because, like, mainline for me, if I had a chance to help, take it because it can be a big change. It can make a difference for someone. I was thinking about a different situation. It wasn't about people in need, but it involved volunteer work. It was in the Olympics. Uh, the here in Brazil, they called some people to be volunteers as to help to organize to. I think it was positive for them because they could be in contact with people from other countries and they can add the experience of volunteer work to their experiences, you know. So I think it can help in other situations like big events too, as like I said, the Olympics. And I we don't have much time, but I'd like to go to the next question. I would like to go to the question number 7 because we've been talking about how we can help others. I'd like to hear you to know how you think you can be helped. You know what the benefits for the volunteer. Juliana, please.
Yeah, I think the benefits are when you see the change, when you see so sorry, my my cat tried to jump over my table. Sorry. I think that the benefits are when you see the change and when you see that your small act helped someone, and you feel this feeling of made something great to the society or to the world. And I'm feeling inspired here talking about this, and I really think about try to be more volunteer and to be more visible in this project or ONGs and help others. And you, Bruno?
I think you summarize all up, you know. When you see that you are making a difference in someone's life, you know, it can be just one person or a lot of different people. It make you think that it's worth, you know, because it's I really like to see change in the people lives, you know. for better, of course, always for better. And when you can contribute with it, it's amazing. You know, it's perfect. It's amazing to both people. You know, for the people that are, for the person that are doing it, you know, and for the people that are receiving the action. Yeah. And what about you, Mr. Pedro? What's your opinion about it?
I agree with you guys. I think the feeling that you, and the sight, the good sight that you can have when you help other, I think is the biggest prize, right? Because I had help, and when I help others, I think in their eyes the satisfaction to how can I say, agradecidos, you're welcome. I don't know.
Thankfully, yeah. I think, yeah.
Thankfully, yeah, thank you. And I had the site, the thankfully site, right? And when I worked in the public library, I could see the site, but in that case, I was the volunteer, right? It's different. So the time's over.
No, we have 5 minutes.
So someone, I don't know if everyone has answered.
I can answer quickly, and João, I will give you the word, okay?
Go on.
I was just going to say, like, for me, take a selfless action. It can affect your mental health. You can feel better about yourself. Sometimes just a hug helps. And if you are helping someone in such a meaningful way, it can be really good. And for people who doesn't have experience for work, for the work market, it can be good too, because they will learn new skills and things like that. And you, João Marcos.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. You already said everything. So I can mostly agree and say that we as a species, we are social species. We have this need to have a better connection with people. So that is a nice way to have this connection. If you're helping people, if you're working for something that is valuable, so that's it. We have this feeling of wellness, and we are affected by our work.
I agree with you. It's a win-win game. I'm gonna ask Bruno to choose a question. Our last question. Go ahead, please.
Sorry?
Bruno can choose the last question. We have 3 minutes.
Okay, so number 8, what could you do to help if you had no money? You know, I think it's a hard question. I think you don't need money to help, you know. You can offer services or maybe handwork, you know, if necessary. For example, build a house or something like that. But you don't need money to help the others, you know. For me, anything, you know, anything I can help. Yeah, in my case, you know. Maybe, I don't know, if I have the opportunity, I would like to teach, you know. This is something that I really want to do, you know, in the future. Yeah. And you, Juliana?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you can do service if you had no money, but because in some specific situations, we just need a help, a handwork, or a service. We don't need exactly the money, and I think I think you can teach if you want to. You can teach English. You can participate this TNT. You can teach online classes, and I will choose Pedro.
You have money. I think you could doing other things like your present, right? Conversation or some advice. How I was saying when I worked in the public library, I could to talk to new people and listen to a lot of stories and a lot of cases and a lot of sides of words, and that's it. And I think this is well, the real thing, right? Your present and their presence and the placing, right? And well, good conversation. When you have a good conversation, you have a good companies, right? I think this is if you think now, when you go away with your some friends, guys, maybe the local is not good enough, but the company solve the problems. Oh, the night was terrible, but I like to talk to you. I like to see you, and this is important. This connection, right? We need to think that. I need society needs this.
So I'm gonna just say I donate blood often, so I think this is a good way to help. If you can be a donator, just sign for it. It doesn't hurt. It's quick. It's great and help a lot of people. How about you, João? We have 1 minute, so go ahead.
Oh, well, I better be quick.
Yeah.
What could you do if to help if you had no money? Well, do what you know. If you know how to sing, sing. If you know how to dance, dance. If you know how to speak and talk to people in English or the language you're native, that's a lot of help. Maybe if you are looking for money, that's a good opportunity to start. If someone starts to think of you as a good worker, you maybe will have the opportunities to stay there and be paid for that. So it works that way too. If you have the value for your work, you will receive for it in a different manner or financially eventually. So I think that it work with what you have.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. I think you brought a really good point. So everyone's back now. Guys, I want to ask you, how was the conversation? Let me see. Who was the new one? João. he was in my room. Did you like the conversation? How it was the first
It was very good. It was very good. I'll definitely be here more times.
Okay, so Bruno, I'm gonna ask you to choose someone and ask one of the questions, please.
For sure. So, Mr. Hai, you will choose, man. I will I will ask you one question here. The question is number 4. What situations need volunteer works, in your opinion?
I believe that is we get the opportunity with different situations about the hospital and the engineer, about the travel of the youth take care about the animals. It's very different situation that you can have the opportunity, because we don't have excuse about that don't work a social project. That is very the opportunity. So if we working in the day about in our city and you have some friends, this is the opportunity if you help someone.
For sure, I totally agree. Sarah, can I ask one more?
Okay, go ahead, please.
So let me see. This time I will choose Bruna. Bruna, I will ask you about number
Which one?
8.
Which Bruna?
Eight.
Bruna Shintaku or me?
Oh my God, 2 Brunas? Shintaku.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me see. Number 8. What could you do to help if you had no money?
So I think I could do help with I said in my little group that I read a lot of about non-violent communication. So I think it's a great opportunity to learn other person about this subject, and the other subject is empathy. I think it's very important, and I will develop my mind in about this. So I think it's important and to help the other person in this subject.
For sure. You know,
You don't have
when
money. It's not necessary money to do this.
yeah,
Right?
definitely. When we want, we can help each other without money. As you said, money is not necessary, you know? Yeah. So, Sarah, the word is yours.
Okay, thank you, Bruno. You're doing great. Guys, I posted here the link to survey, so you can give us your feedback to let us know what you think about today's meeting. And also more information on Talk on the first link. I'm gonna share with you the link for this conversation on YouTube as well. Let me just post it here. And I wanna, I'm posting the same thing. I wanna thank Bruno for being here with me today. I realized this time. I realized
Thank you for your support for me.
I appreciate it. I know the time isn't the best. It's 10 o'clock, 11 already. So it's a really great commitment to be here. And I hope you guys like it. I want to invite you. I'll be the hostess on Monday at 6 p.m. So I hope to see you guys there. Okay. I want to thank you everyone for being here. Good night, good sleep. Have a nice rest. I hope to see you back soon. Okay. Thank you.
Please.
Bye-bye.
Go dentro, Sarah's
Bye-bye, guys.
meeting.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good
Thanks for this
night.
time.
Bye,
See you.
guys.